What's a good
And
slider?
just tell me when to join. Like a 504. You can get away with a 6, but it's a little tough.
Yeah, like a 4
That's
or
what she
5.
said.
Alright. I already have invites, so just tell me when to join. Can I join? Can I join?
No.
You could have said
up.
that.
El
No, he's
Clip
not.
Farmer, honestly.
He's baiting you. He's baiting you.
Rage bait. El Rage bait.
Whatever, you can commentate, Grega.
You had 20 minutes, Grega. I'm not mad.
Yeah,
Because
we did have 20
I don't
minutes.
know.
We started almost
You had 20
30 minutes
minutes, I wouldn't
behind
have
time.
Shit, I'm not like locked in.
Wow,
I'm just
I was
tired.
late
I just
because I
wanna
was
go to
playing
bed.
with you.
He's
What?
baiting you. Don't fall for this. Don't fall for this bait.
Alright, we're
Why,
underway.
guys?
Zach is leading, like how he has been the last 3 races, and Hines following in behind. These two have been basically the class of the field the last at least 3 weeks. And then Orange in behind. Hendrick in 4th. Still, the championship is a possibility, but it's getting more unlikely as the races go on. Battle in the back behind. Zach's gonna lead lap 1. Behind is going to the lead. Orange is going. He looked like he was gonna help Zach for a second. Zach's gonna
Sorry,
fight back on the other side of
67.
Hines,
My
side
bad.
by
My bad
side.
for that.
Here comes Orange. Where does he go? Who does he go? He's gonna go with Zach. It's gonna help Zach. Will he get clear in the turn 3? No. Hines will battle back on the inside.
sorry,
a little bit of
Zach.
contact. Here
You're good.
comes Hendrick to the inside of Orange. They are 2
I
by
didn't think
2
fours went
at the
that
line.
close.
It's gonna be Hines gets his first lap led of the race. Zach's still trying to fight back on the outside. This is the pack behind them has dispersed, and now they're slowly starting to reel them in. Hendrick made some contact with Orange. Zach still fighting on the outside of Hines. Will Hines get the side draft down the straightaway? He's trying. He's still barely there. Is he gonna send it in? Yes, he will. He's gonna roll through the center. He gained a lot of time through the center. Zach will get a little bit off the exit. It's gonna be side by side contact.
Oh, shoot.
Zach led that
whoops.
lap, and Hendrick made a super move, and here comes the 18 of Boom, 3 wide for second. Boom trying to slide job Orange.
Oh.
Here comes Cody, no, Dizzy.
Cody the Dizzy Bear Ball.
Cody
Frantic racing already, Jesus.
And Boom has moved up to second. Boom, it took him 7 laps last season to take the lead, and after that he didn't give it back for a while. He led 67 laps
He's
that
too
race.
big.
Now, Cody and Dizzy, fuck. I'm so,
Holy, I'm so tired.
alright,
Great commentator.
fuck you.
What's the
Oh,
draft on, by the way?
Low. Hendrick hit the wall. Dizzy in his 3rd start. Orange in behind him. Boom hit the apron. That's gonna allow Dizzy to get by. Zach still leads. Zach and Hines are the only 2 to lead a lap so far. Oh, Orange almost got put in the grass. These guys are racing very hard. We'll see
Thanks for
how.
being patient with me, Hines.
We'll see how this will
Don't
turn
lose
out.
them.
Two
Wait,
Dog
what
and
did you
Freddy
say,
are in
Cade?
behind.
I said thanks for being patient with me.
Yeah, it's fine.
Boom still
No
on the
one telling
outside.
Orange not to lose them.
Freddy did actually run this race last season, however he did leave in the first 30 laps of the race as Boom hits the wall.
Shut
Oh, I'm
up.
sorry. Well, no, that was my fault. I was trying to hold it. But
Movement
Boom was
also
pushing me a
raced
little.
in
I
this
got
race, and this
squirrely.
was like the only race that he actually finished. And he finished,
I'm sorry,
he beat
Boom. I
Obby, he
should've
got
done that better.
4th in that race.
Beating Obby is not an achievement.
Well, Obby tried, because Quicker was overcutting people. That was at least what we thought until we knew that he was good. So Obby was like, I'm gonna counter that, and I'm gonna start undercutting. And he undercut too much to the point we had to make an extra pit stop and movement past him.
Holy bump and run.
Zach still leads. Dizzy in 2nd, Orange in 3rd. The top 3 have pretty much stayed the same. However, the next 3 have
Who
changed.
are the 2 in the back?
Fuddy and 2 Dog.
Battle of mid.
Does he hit the apron a tiny bit? That's gonna.
Own yourself, too, dog.
Yeah, Hines has got the fourth now. He's going to the inside of Orange. Orange has been very patient so far, but not. He's gonna lose a little bit of time from that right now, though. And Hines and Hendrick making their way back up.
Ah, damn it! I didn't want to do that.
Boom to the inside of Hendrick now. Will he get clear? Hendrick did get clear. I think no. Boom forced his way back in.
We're gonna lose the draft if you do stuff like that. That's what's gonna ruin both of our races. But go on. That's fine.
Well, does he try to take the lead and get 5 extra bonus points?
That risks losing draft, and then we lose the race.
And Zach, if he keeps at this pace, he'll lead the most laps for what I think will be the last 6 weeks. I think he's led the most laps. Not 6 weeks, sorry. Last 6 races. 6 races, which would be like 3 weeks. Dizzy, however, he's gonna lead this lap barely. Yeah, he did. It's gonna take a lap led away from Zach. Well, possible lap led away from Zach, and now he's getting shuffled out. Hines on the inside of Zach. Zach kind of has help, and he's gonna get draft from Dizzy as Dizzy went up to the corner. Zach tries to pull through. Hines has help with his teammate behind. They are still side by side for second. It's going to allow Dizzy to pull a little bit of a gap. Will Hines be able to gain on the entry here? No, he actually lost on the entry, but he's going to roll through the center. Zach probably went a little too high. However, he's going to get the exit with Dizzy going up. No, Dizzy does not go up. He pulls both of them.
No, we won't. My car just keeps taking in shit, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Will Hines get clear? They both drove it in. Boom hit the apron. Is Hines clear? It's very close. Yes, he is. And Zach is down the P3. Boom is trying his hardest to get past Zach. Hendrick and Orange are doing whatever they're doing for 5th place.
Having whatever they're doing.
I know, I'm not talking past Hendrick.
Shut up.
No, I'm not. I don't know. I guess I'm just riding right now. I'm just trying to ride and make sure I don't lose draft any dumb way.
Yeah, this first stint's very key. If you can stay in the draft.
Oh.
This is also big for strategy. This is pretty much where the strategy starts to change. Once we get into the second stint, that's gonna be more interesting to see how this plays out.
Very more interesting. I agree.
I stopped myself. Stop. Alright. Boom was going to the inside of Zach, but Zach decided to make a move on Hines, and that's going to send Hines back down the 4th. Dizzy still leads. Boom has been making a lot of moves, but they haven't really equated to anything yet. I don't even know.
OJ got acquitted. Remember that.
Yeah.
If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Glove fit though. That's the problem.
Now,
Zach, he got a little bit better of an exit. He tried the Piccolo for a second, but Dizzy had that covered. And now Boom has a head of steam in a turn 1. Does he try to do anything with it?
I lifted on my rear shift point.
Did you just say you lifted on your rear shift?
See, I didn't mean shift like that. I meant I was sliding the rear and I lifted while I was sliding the rear, and it was a bad idea.
Boom is now going to try to pull back up the second.
Actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, you do not shift it. Boom, trying to go to the lead. He's been trying to go to the lead for the last, like, 10 laps. It hasn't happened yet, but he is so close. He's up the second. He hits the apron. And that kills the momentum. And Hines and Boom are going to lose a lot of time. And now here comes the 2 Hendrick Motorsports cars.
Are you kidding me?
And there's a car left on the apron.
Oh, Hans, I'm sorry if you hit there.
Who's in turn 2?
2 Dog Bombay.
I guess I netted 1 spot.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very interesting. Again, once we get this first pit stop, and it should spread out a little bit more, and then we can kind of get to see.
In it?
Hey, Star High turn 3,
Then
guys,
we can
watch out.
kind of get to see who
Now
will
it's
be
low.
the guys competing for the win and who will be competing
Oh
for
my.
a top
Oh,
5.
I'm in trouble.
Moonwalking.
What just happened right there?
He was moonwalking down the track.
Zach going back to the lead. He wants to lead more, but here comes Boom. 3 wide on the bottom. There's not a lot of room. Zach had to back out. Here comes Hendrick to the inside. He was on the apron. 3 wide in the turn 3. Zach all the way on the outside. Boom tried to pinch Hendrick down. Zach's almost in the wall. Is he in the wall? I couldn't exactly tell. Hendrick
No.
almost in the grass. He's gonna get clear though. He's slide jobbed in the travel. He's not clear anymore. He has help from Hines though. Zach able to hold on the outside. He's getting really close to the wall. I think he hit it.
Yeah, I hit the wall that time.
And Hendrick got clear, but Hines still kind of there. Now he's clear. And that allowed Dizzy to pull away. Oh, contact between the JGR teammates. Here comes Orange. 3 wide on the bottom comes the 3 car. And the 48. And Boom is gonna try to get back by Hines.
Watch out, Car High.
And
he's
just like
going
that,
low.
and
Late page.
Freddy on the apron in the
Freddy
unsponsored,
LePage, please.
unnumbered
Need a yellow.
4 car.
Literally the only reason I wrecked, I don't know why I got hit with the random sleepiness potion.
What?
Hendrick did lead the first 7 laps here last season, but after that he only was running second pretty much the rest of the race and ended up finishing 3rd due to his championship rival being able to save and winning the race. One of the many things that cost Hendrick the championship last season. Now here he is, hungrier than ever.
Was it
I
sponsored
am
by
hungry.
Backpack?
No, I'm hungry. It's sponsored by some food or some bullshit, I guess.
Subway.
Eat fresh, boys.
2 Dog
Yeah,
is
fresh fuck, nigga.
looking like he's
Heck yeah,
going right
baby.
down. Whoa.
I'm sorry. Oh shit, small streaming. God damn it.
Oh no! Oh, no!
Get off the facility!
What is he doing?
Alright, Rose, can we get him to
Moonwalking
leave?
one.
Like he's
He just-
not ghosted.
He just hit him on my
Yeah.
screen. I don't know what the hell just
Buddy,
happened.
can you,
My
if you're gonna do
screen?
that, can you not go
Alright.
like backwards,
I'm
because
going full
it
go.
does glitch, and like, it will like,
Oh
put you
man,
on
I
the
might
track
have lost
even
a
though you're
giraffe
not.
because of that.
2 Dogs pulling off, he's going a lap down.
I thought the field just flew apart there.
Hendrick all over the bumper of Dizzy, trying to get a lap lead, which is
Oh, Mark got
huge.
loose. Mark got loose.
He hit the apron, and here comes the 3 car of
Alright, we're
Orange.
back. We're back in the pack.
Orange's only win came in a
was
mile and a
just dirty
half
air
earlier
right
this
there.
season, but he was not able to make the move that time, and Hendrick stays in second. Dizzy got back away a little bit. Will they be able to use the draft? They have the numbers. They probably have the draft. If not,
Yeah,
then
we do.
if not, then they are very close to it. 2 Dog didn't. He's at the end of this pack. I don't think he has draft. He's barely off of it. Definitely very interesting to see how this will play out. How many laps do you guys have on fuel?
5.
5 on fuel, so we should be expecting them to pit in the next 3 laps. About. That's at least when the pit window will open. We'll probably see around 4 or 5 more laps until they actually do pit, but we could see someone decide to pit with
Oh my
within the
God,
next
check
3
off.
laps.
Bam.
Hendrick had a moment there, but he got it grouped back up, and now he's cut back to Dizzy. I had a stutter moment there.
What happened again?
Orange all over the back bumper of Hendrick. And Boom has creeped his way back up in the 4th. Oh man, Hendrick almost hit the wall. I'm pretty sure Orange did, and here comes Boom. Zach has kind of fallen off of the battle for the lead, but he's still there.
I'm just taking it easy.
Hines and Zach kind of taking it easy, not being right up in the mix. Someone that's not taking it easy, that's Boom. He's never been taking it easy. He's trying to lead. He still hasn't got those 5 bonus points yet, and he is hungry for them.
Of course.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm never getting a yellow.
We have the 38, then we have the 9 to 18.
Wait, Two Dog, what did you just say?
9 times 2 equals 18.
I'm never getting a
I
yellow.
mean, fun fact. Hendrick trying
Little
his
known
hardest.
fact, there might be a yellow coming up.
Yeah, the yellow's the random unsponsored black car somewhere on this track. There he is, turn 1.
What's wrong with the
The yellow's the friends we made
unsponsored
along
car?
the way. Way to go.
And Boom got past Hendrick. I don't know if Hendrick let him by or just had a
I
moment.
let him by.
Uh,
Well, I had a moment, then let him by.
Yeah.
So both.
I would be a pace car, but y'all losers
This
can't
is
wreck.
Dizzy's pitting.
38%.
He's signaling. We have no 10 car to run through him, so YB is not in the race. Do not worry. No one
No
will get
89
that.
this time, Rick?
No one will get that unless you watch the Hennessy race here earlier.
Okay, Boom, I'm not gonna
A
pass
couple
you.
weeks ago.
We gotta have a good in lap. We gotta have a good in lap.
Boom did finally get his 5 bonus points that he's been driving so aggressively for.
Oh
And
my,
here
why are you
comes
so
Zach.
slow
He's
this
trying to
time?
peek
It's
to
not
the
even your fault, but I just
inside.
don't know. I'm coming this time. Not in this time.
A
48
lot
this
of
time.
people in this time. It's everyone in this time. Look out, will someone speed? They'll have to be wary of other people on the track. Do not hit anyone if you can. Everyone gonna be trying to get as much as they can in the pits. The last couple people were very... It looked like Orange, Zach, and Hines were very cautious while Hendrick and Boom both kind of sped up at the end, trying to get as much as they could. They did get a little bit of time. We'll see
Dude,
how...
My biggest fear is like in a league race, wrecking everyone entering pit lane. That's like
Yeah.
my biggest fear.
I've done it before.
Boom is entering as the leader. How will him and Hendrick and the rest of the field join out
That's not what
compared
we
to
need.
Dizzy? Also, pit stops. Remember, these guys do not get the exact same pit stop. They get a couple tenths difference. So
I
that
think
can
Dizzy
play
could've
into it.
potentially made that work.
Boom, you see, gapped Hendrick, but
But I
Zach
think we'll come out
is
though.
going to be right beside Hendrick. Here comes Dizzy. You see him in
Go.
turn 1. He will probably get past, but Boom's gonna have the 1 lap fresher tires. Boom, it's gonna be between Boom and Dizzy so far. Zach and Hendrick are a little bit behind, and then you have Hines and Orange have completely lost touch. It's gonna be very interesting. Dizzy's gonna lead the next couple laps, but will Boom
Black
with the
car
1 lap
pitting.
fresher tires be able to run him back down and do not count out the 2 championship rivals, Hendrick and Zach. They are side by side for 3rd. Hendrick just
Yeah,
passed
I
Zach.
hit the apron big time in turn 3 and 4.
2 Dog coming out of the pits. He is a lap down. He just decided to pit for because he had to, obviously.
Just go. I'm not gonna battle you.
They're swapping a lot for 3rd. That's very interesting. They're trying to figure out who's gonna be better leading. These two have the.
No, I can't battle. I don't care who's better. Lisa.
I don't
You
care.
can't battle right
Shut up.
now. No, it's not even. That's not even you. It's just in general.
These two are the only 2
didn't-
people that have draft so far.
I didn't get.
So
I didn't get the
they
full
have an
setup.
We don't have
advantage.
draft, it's 2 cars.
I know, but Hendrick has draft on you, so
What?
you can work together. That's what I'm trying
Oh,
to
he
say.
Slight.
does? I thought low draft, he didn't get draft off. Only 1, but...
You do. It's just slight.
Yeah. It's just gonna be enough. They had the car's advantage. They had the tire advantage
low-key,
on the
Dizzy's strategy
leader.
kind of went crazy. I should have done that.
Yeah, it
Oh,
will.
there we go, best lap ever.
It's gonna be very interesting. They had the
Well,
fresher
better
tires,
tire,
and it's
but, like-
yeah, it's only gonna keep getting
They keep
more
getting really
fresher.
loose.
I'm pretty sure, with how
Yeah, it
it's
tightens
gonna be
up as you
going.
go.
So we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah,
Again,
no, Charlotte's weird.
we're gonna see at the start of these. Well, once the pit stop cycle up, we'll see a big gap between like the top 4. Well, between the leader and like 4th place, which we see right now. But at the end of this run, everyone's gonna probably be around a second of. Well, within a second of each other, at least for these top 4. I can't say the same for the top 6, but yeah. So we'll see it close up, and especially with these guys having the fresher tires on the race leader of Dizzy. Oh, Zach sailed it off in the corner, clipped the apron. That's going to allow Hendrick to get back up to him. Hendrick kind of arced the corner. Hendrick going to give his teammate a big push. As much as these guys are championship rivals, they also have to add in the fact that they are teammates. Last season, we did not have this two teammates battling for the championship. We had the 20 car of Grigor, and we had the 9 of Hendrick. 2 separate teams, 2 separate manufacturers.
I do believe we're catching, and if we are able
Yeah,
to
we
get
are.
the boom.
Oh yeah, we are. We're
Yeah,
catching
if
both
we can
of
get
them
the boom.
actually.
I would
figured.
if they
Okay.
battle hard enough, I would not count out Heinz and Orange. Heinz is caught somewhat up the Orange. They will have advantage of working together if they can potentially.
If I
swap
don't
those
make a
cars
mistake on
around,
the laps, we gain
then
like
they-
2/10.
Then they could work.
Oh, then
They've
we're
caught
cooking.
up the Boom. Boom is somewhat caught dizzy, so they are catching. It's just how much they need to get close before the next pit stop. They have a lot of time, mind you. It's on 2x, so they have about anywhere from 25 to 30 laps to catch. So that's a lot of time. Very interesting. I'm pretty sure the last stop is going to be a borderline 2 tire call, if I had to guess. If I do my math right.
According to my calculations. Oh yeah,
th-
Hendrick, we're
actually,
cooking right
These
now.
two have caught up the Boom.
Going
Again,
crazy.
Boom has kind of caught a bit on Dizzy. Not much, but a bit. It's enough. And Two Dog slow on the outside. If he can pull out of the way, that
my
would be
God,
nice.
Two
That
Dog.
got close.
That almost fried Dizzy.
I think it did a little bit.
No, I think it made him lift, yeah.
I mean, there's not much you could get out of the way there.
Because we got 2 tenths down the front. Oh, this car is so
Yeah,
much
sorry you got arrow tight there because I got
Yeah.
loose while following his wake, so.
No, it's fine,
Yeah.
and I ran into your bumper. This car's so good
Zach
in the center,
got
but it's
arrow
almost really
loose.
bad when
Hendrick
you're
got arrow
attacked.
tight.
Because I've been running into the backup
And-
people in the center of the corner the whole race. So it rolls nice, but it's just...
I think I'd gain more time if I was ahead of Boom, but he's probably not gonna let me by.
It's
There's
fine.
no point if we catch him. It doesn't. As long as we catch him, it doesn't matter. And we're like
Yeah.
5 tenths back, so it shouldn't be any
Hendrick
big
in
deal.
the Hendrick back to the blue colors.
Freddie,
He has
did you
not been in
leave?
the blue colors in a while, actually. He's been running a lot of Mountain Dew schemes lately. The black Mountain Dew scheme and the green Mountain Dew scheme has been sported in the last at least I think the last 4 races, if I had to make a guess, since his last win, I'm pretty sure, at Martinsville a couple weeks ago. Now, Boom getting shuffled out as they try to sort out who's going to be better leading. Oh, Hendrick weaving down the straightaway, almost put Boom in the wall. Now, these two going to be side by side. Who will lift? Will any of them lift? Will they still be side by side? Yes, they will. Boom hanging on the quarter pin of Hendrick, not giving much more than an inch.
Boom. I just fucking
This
go.
is
I guess.
halting
I've lifted
their
for you the whole race
progress.
when we're about to lose draft. I've lifted for you the entire race, and I'm 3/4 of the car length ahead. Just fucking go and get their draft, dude.
Tempo's
You're gonna
flaring
be that much of a
already.
fucking cunt about it.
Boom has not said a word, I don't
I love
think.
the yellow.
Aren't you like 5 laps down?
Yeah, I can just wave around every time.
Why are you so slow? Go! Oh my.
Well, I'm only
Oh.
2 laps down, but yeah.
Hold on one second. Can I just not hear Boom, or is Boom not talking? Hey.
It being slow in the center.
Yeah, facts.
These top 4, as I said, they're all gonna catch, and they have. They've caught up now. They're all in the draft of each other. The issue now, we see a gap forming between second and third. How will this play out? Will this become bigger of a gap? Will this just shrink? We don't know. It's definitely keeping Hendrick and Boom on their heels right now as they start to get worried. Will we lose draft? Zach is having other plans. He is trying to go for the lead, it looked like, but Dizzy had that covered. Boom sailed it off in the corner. Hendrick kind of opting for a more laid-back approach to the corner. He's going to give Boom a good push. Never mind. He goes to the inside. Will Boom lift? Boom is historically not lifted yet for someone like that, but now he does. And there we go. These two have finally swapped around, and Hendrick, the relief will probably be pretty nice. Now they don't have to worry about losing draft. Boom just hit the apron. That's going to potentially lose him the draft. That is big. Boom led the most laps here last season at 67. Today, he has only led 1, I think. Maybe 2. So, not a lot. Oh, they are
Jesus.
blocking to the apron. Zach has been trying to make a move the last couple laps, and Dizzy's had his number, but Zach drives through him. Here comes Hendrick on the bottom. 3 wide for the lead. This is exactly what Boom needed. 3 wide at the line, Hendrick.
Ah, little lap. Let's go. I wanted my little lap.
Hendrick
I
got
waited
his
on
5 bonus points for making a super move on the bottom. He pulled a Jimmy Johnson if it was Talladega.
I didn't mean to tank you so much, but I had shallow entry. I couldn't do much else.
Now, one thing I do have to note, 4th and 5th, not 4th and 5th, sorry, 5th and 6th, Hines and Orange are nose to tail right now, working together. The only issue for them is the top 3 are all nose to tail also. The only thing that can help them is if they battle. They're also slowly closing in on Boom. If they get Boom before the pit stops here and are able to capitalize a bit on it, they might be fine. They just need to stay together and gain as much time as possible. Dizzy tried to peek to the inside of Zach. Dizzy hit the apron. Zach missed the corner because he was trying to give room to Dizzy, and that's allowing Hendrick to gap him a bit. Hendrick leads another one. Anytime Dizzy has raced in the 2 races that he's ran, Chicago and Kansas, both races, he has battled with Zach for the win. Hendrick, in those both races, has not been near the front. However, at Chicago, he did finish in the top 5, where Kansas was not so fortunate. But here, he's able to battle with them, as long as he doesn't make a mistake. That has to be something that these guys have to think about, is the opportunity of potentially speeding and losing the race.
Oh, thanks, Small.
I had to say that. Possibility of speeding.
I've got the pit entry down, so it's okay.
Scare someone.
Oh, I don't.
Zach
We're
is very
winging it.
confident about it, and Hendrick just says he's winging it, so it's gonna be very interesting. So
Move loose.
Damn.
Zach on
Oh,
the
fuck me, I hit
inside.
the wall down the
Here
straightaway
comes
like a moron.
Dizzy. He peeked 3 wide for a
I wish
second,
you
but he
did that. I
didn't.
wish you did that. If you did that, I was lifting going to the point.
What happened to Boom? Did he really fall that far back?
He hit the
Yeah,
apron
no, I
and
passed him.
almost hit
I
the outside
passed him,
wall.
and then he hit the wall, and then hit the apron, and then he shucked completely. I don't know. This car wasn't
Super
that
move
great.
by Dizzy. He
End of that.
forced his way in, and he's going back to the point. If he can finish out the move, Hendrick's going to try to help his teammate, and that's going to leave Dizzy the odd man out. Hendrick hit the wall. That kind of breaks up the 2 Hendrick cars, allowing Dizzy to still get a shot at leading this lap potentially. He's already got the bonus points, but he's trying to lead the most and take that away from Zach, who's the car on the outside. Hendrick peeking 3 wide. He goes to the inside of his teammate. Dizzy led that lap. Oh,
fuck me.
Hendrick missed the corner and right up into the
I
door
hit
of
it.
Zach. If they get
We're
it
good.
regrouped, they should be
Good.
fine.
Yeah, no, I hit his bumper. I wasn't expecting to hit his bumper that early.
You hit his
And-
bumper?
Yeah, no, I thought I was really
Oh.
far back for that.
I thought you just sent it in too hard.
No, it felt like I hit his bumper. I don't think I missed the corner that bad.
Bad news for Hines and Orange. I'm pretty sure they know this now, but well, they already knew this, but I didn't notice until now. But Boom is behind them. I do not know how that happened, but they were not able to get Boom, so the cars are so they're not even.
He's been running half throttle on the outside the last, like, 20 laps.
He's saving
Not 20.
fuel.
10.
He's saving 10 laps. so
sorry.
How many laps do you need to save?
Zach, do you
Hey, at least, I mean, we should just
what?
have on the betting, what lap does Boom's crash out happen on?
Oh, that should be a betting. I should have done that last season if we did betting. We'll Boom DNF
think
this
Dizzy thought I
race.
was making a move. I wasn't.
Boom had like 6 DNFs last season.
I think he's had more this season.
He not yet. I think he is 3
Yet.
or 4 right now.
Yeah, but it's still the beginning of the season.
After this race, we're starting the middle of the season.
I walked it. Zach, if you want to pass me, feel free.
On
anytime.
Wednesday, we have Canadian Tire at 7 p.m.
What happened, Hendrick?
EST.
I said if you want to pass me, feel free. I know
No,
you
it's
and
okay.
Dizzy
I mean,
probably went for
we're not
myself, so-
really, don't need to do much today.
Fun
I mean,
fact,
it's
I'm-
kind of,
No, I know. I'm not going for most laps led though, so I don't know what y'all are doing. But I know I can't get that at this
Dizzy's
point.
kind of got it already with the whole overcut and stuff, so
Yeah.
I'm not really that worried about it.
Yeah,
but
I'm
if
not gonna
something
be able to
like
beat
comes
one
up
with
on me,
you,
I'll still
so-
go for the lead. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine just chilling like this for
If
now.
Zach
So
does not lead the most laps, which he probably won't with Dizzy's strategy, it's
I don't know. if
they're
it was-
even on bonus
not clear
points right
enough.
now, both at 5. It's going to be who finishes better will gain points. Hendrick absolutely needs to gain points. Zach is still set to miss races at the end of the season, but
Watch out,
it's
Owen.
only about 2, maybe 3, and that's
it's
not
gonna
a
be
lot.
3,
It's gonna be 3, okay. 3
unless
races
you
he's
guys
going to miss.
skip a race or something. This is
The
something.
points, the points gap right now is close to 100 points. He can easily lose 100 points by missing 3 races. But if that gap
Okay,
gets down
Dizzy's.
to, or gets up to
Dizzy's
120
fitting,
or
yeah.
150,
So I guess
then
we
that's where
say,
it gets in a gray area. Hendrick has been on a deficit before. Think of last season. He gained 60 points in the last 6 races and
I've
almost
gotten a 15-9
won the
and a
title.
16-1. Like, I'm
Dizzy
literally
inside
the
losing
pit.
so much
Hendrick
position.
leads
nice
no lap.
time.
Two Dog looks
I'm
like
just,
he's going
like-
on a lap down, just up ahead. Yeah, fun fact
We
about
should
Canadian
catch him,
Tire,
no
I was going to say,
problem, but-
I, in one of my 2 starts in this league,
And this time.
won that
not this
race. Me and Hendrick were 1-2 in that race. Hendrick led the most laps. I decided to save late and win the race. They're both into the pits now. Oh man, that got tight.
I made it.
Hendrick had to hesitate there. He was going to be too fast, so he hesitated a tiny bit. Thankfully, no
Did you
no
make it,
commitment code
Hendrick?
violation.
Oh yeah, I made it. As long as it gives it to me, I was
Yeah,
like
not
42.
the
I was
same
like-
for me.
Oh, you didn't make it? I was worried you didn't.
Yeah, I think it was pretty close.
I didn't cause it
But-
though, did I?
No,
Okay.
it was my mistake.
Zach apparently sped. Who's the leader right now? For anyone outside the pits?
Well, that's really unfortunate though, because I
Zach.
really wanted
Still
you
the
to help me
48.
Oh,
catch
Zach,
Dizzy.
right.
That's a little bit spooky
So
now.
Zach at least got that lap led for kind of a reparation fee, I guess. Hendrick
that's the
now is
first
going to
time
be
I've done
all
that this season.
alone.
Oh wait, no, it's the second time I've done that this season. Never mind, I did it at Martinsville.
And coming out of the pits, it is going to be pretty close. Dizzy's going to get the advantage. If Hendrick, Hendrick got a really good entry. That's going to allow him to stay close to Dizzy with the 1 lap fresher tires. It's going to be a duel between the 9 car of Hendrick and the
Oh, I just
38
almost
of
self-spun.
Dizzy.
The cold tires are so rough.
And Hines and Orange. Do not count them
That
out.
was actually awesome.
They are far
Pretty sure
behind,
Boom
but
left.
if something happens, they could.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do
They
shit
could
with the pit
potentially be
stops
in
I'm
this.
getting.
However,
My pit crew's literally averaging 16-second stops this race alone.
it's a
fucking
16 second.
poor. I've
Yeah.
had a 15-9 and a 16-1, dude. I'm literally losing track position as I go from pit stops. It's so fucking annoying.
Yep, that's how I lost the
apparently
race.
Boom has left the race.
Pit stops.
Confirmation, yes he has. That will add on. I'm pretty sure that's his 4th DNF of the season. Looking for a new personal best on DNFs. He's only 2 away.
That's diabolical, bro.
Mind you, by this point last season, he had 3 DNFs. We're also farther in, that was also farther in the season. As much as, yes, that race was race 10, I think. We had 17 races last season. We have
That could have been
23
fastest
this
lap of the
season.
race. What was that? 3.52? That's pretty good with like no draft because it's low.
Oh, Hendrick hit the wall. He clipped it. That's going
I
to
did.
allow Dizzy to
I was talking about my
get a
lap.
gap. Now, I want to go
Okay, we got
back
the run
and
off the
find
corner.
where Zach is. Zach is on the front stretch
P5,
right now.
10.9 off of Orange.
P5. This is Zach's first big mistake that has actually cost him since really Vegas. Yes, we could say, well, he
Since
did speed.
Martinsville.
He did speed at
Travel.
Martinsville and cost him the win. Yes, but it wasn't necessarily that bad. Well, here it's cost him a lot. Potentially, it cost him a shot at the win, and it cost him more than that, really. Now he's gonna be sitting for basically 5th place unless Orange or Hines speeds on their
It's
last
lock-in
stop.
time.
So, Zach is going to be guaranteed to get 5th, which is big for Hendrick. He's already guaranteed to gain points if he does not speed on the final stop. I'm pretty sure they have to make one more stop. Yes?
Yep.
Yes. All right. Hendrick can potentially get the win. He can't get max points. Dizzy basically already has that locked up if he wins. But he can get 180 points out of this race, where Zach can, I'm pretty sure, maximize at 160 if I'm pretty sure. Maybe 170? I can't do the math off the top of my head. Hendrick going for the lead. They're side by side, running each other up the track near the outside wall on the entry of 1. Dizzy running the middle lane. Hendrick on the bottom. Hendrick rolls the bottom and takes the lead down the back. Dizzy not close enough to make a run in the 3. Dizzy gonna lay back and try to sneak back to the inside potentially. Hendrick has that covered. Dizzy using all the track. He's gonna peak low. Hendrick had that covered. He goes low again, clips the grass, and that lost them time. Hendrick still able. Hendrick was not on the right by the line in turn 1 and 2. Very interesting. Dizzy, I'm pretty sure, clipped the apron with how low he was running, and that gave Hendrick a tiny bit of space as they go through 3 and 4. Not really pushing the issue, both of them all. Dizzy has the draft, which is going to pull him back up. Just how much of the draft. Also, you can see barely in the back, you can see a blue and black car getting very close together. That's Dizzy and Orange, not Dizzy, sorry, Hines and Orange. Hines and Orange for 3rd. They're probably going to work together for now, but that will be the battle for 3rd, most likely, unless some sort of thing happens here between these two, where they either wreck or both speed into the pits. They're also battling a decent amount, so that might allow the other two to gain a tiny bit of time. Definitely a more eventful race than last season. Last season, Boom just ran away by about 13 seconds, and then...
Alright, this race blows, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Although, with Byers has his
okay, back
down, so...
I'm sorry.
Definitely not the best race this season. I really liked this race last season with all the strategy that was going on, the field spread that we had. But this season, there's definitely much more of a battle for the win than there was last season. Last season, it looked like Boom had it locked, and then we found that the Grigger was able to make it on one last stop, and then, yeah, kind of spelt doom on the rest of the race. But
yeah, that was a bad race because I sucked. This is a good race because I'm doing good. That's pretty much how it goes.
We have a battle for the win, then we have a battle for 3rd. Those are 2 battles that we're going to be watching. Last season, we had a battle for 4th, I think it was, between Movement and Obby. Movement got the upper hand on that.
Movement and Obby, oh my gosh.
Remember when Obby started undercutting and then like messed up the strategy and Movement, who was like...
I remember, that was hilarious. He was cooking.
I was so surprised that he actually finished that race because Movement had Movement was like kind of like known for just like leaving the races midway through, and then he just like finished that one out for no reason. I was like, oh. Hendrick still has a little bit of time on Dizzy. He's trying to not give him draft, so he's running a lane lower down the front stretch.
I don't really know what I'm doing because like low key there's not even any draft you're sniffing.
Yep.
So like I'm low key probably just doing nothing with that, but.
You heard it here first. The guy leading has no idea what he's doing.
Shut up.
Dizzy is able to kind of roll the center better, maybe get a slightly better exit, but they're even on the entry and down the straightaway, so it's not really doing much. So he's not able to gain that much. He is definitely a tiny bit faster. He may clip the apron there. That's not going to help him, but he's able to use the outside lane to get a run off the corner and save that kind of corner that he had. You can see Dizzy's. You can see his tires are right on the top of the white line, but just before the blue line. Very he's very close to hitting the apron every time he enters that corner. You can see again, he paints it. That time, I think he did hit it. The camera cut before I could see it. But you can see Hendricks like at least an inch off the actual white line there, because you see there's a white, then blue, then another white line. The top white line is about where Dizzy's able to kind of wrap on entry. Hendrick doesn't get close to it. Just small things you can kind of point out, but small things, but they are big things when you think of how they are ran.
Massive.
Yeah, Dizzy just can't put together, it seems like, a clean lap. He's definitely running a more aggressive approach to the track, which is allowing him to gain time, but it's also allowing him to make more mistakes, where Hendrick's more conservative. You can see Hendrick's running like a half a lane off the white line, well, off the blue line, but you can see Dizzy on the entry, he's right on it. Even on the center and exit, he is still maybe a quarter lane off of it, at times half a lane off of it. Yeah, Hendricks gained some time, obviously, with Dizzy making a couple mistakes. This time, Hendrick was able to wrap the bottom better than he has so far. Dizzy didn't make a mistake. I still think he gained a tiny bit of time. There is something that I'm pretty sure is on this game. I haven't got clarification yet. But I'm pretty sure there's something that I call an invisible draft, where it doesn't show that you have draft, but you actually do.
Dynamic player adjustment. No, I'm just talking about the Madden bullshit now. You talking about unconfirmed game bullshit?
Unconfirmed games, though. So Hendrick running a lane lower is actually kind of probably helping him, because as much as it may not show that Dizzy has draft, he probably does if Hendrick does run right up next to the wall like you should be doing down the back stretch. So it definitely has helped him keeping the lead. He's also in the travel, you see, he's not going right to the glass like Dizzy is. He's not wrapping that bottom. He's more kind of going, he's starting on the bottom, kind of going up, and then slightly going back down, and then going back up to get ready for turn one. Dizzy's caught back up though now.
Zach, are you on right sides only?
Yeah.
You can see there's like two
no wonder.
apexes to turn 3 and 4, which is very cool. And personally, I like it, but I don't know if anyone else does. Because there's like that first point where you see a lot of them kind of not really get close to, and then they wash up a tiny bit, and then they get back down, and that's usually when you see them get really close to the apron, at times hitting it. Now we have a battle for the lead. Dizzy was able to wrap the bottom in 1 and 2, and that got him right to the inside of Hendrick. He's going to have the advantage with the bottom lane. Bottom lane is better, but you can fight on the outside. This is one of the tracks where if you do it right, you can hang on the outside. It's not necessarily known for multi-groove, but it can be if you want it to be. Yeah, Dizzy was able to lead that lap, and he was just able to kind of wrap the bottom better. Hendrick could not do anything about that. Hendrick was able to lead a couple laps there, so that just adds on to his lap total on the season. How many laps to go?
Like
20.
19, 18.
19.
How many laps on fuel?
23.
Okay, buddy.
20. How many laps on fuel?
Yeah, I saved enough. I'm good to the end. I don't need a pit anymore.
6 more times.
6 more laps on fuel?
So.
Huh?
Yes, 6 more.
Alright, 6 more.
Sorry.
Alright. So it should be a pretty straightforward 4-tire stop. I don't think anyone will try to, and especially from what these guys have saw from what these guys saw, some of these guys did run the MGM race here not too long ago. I mean, I know that was different wear and stuff, but still, it did definitely show 2 tires was not the way to go, as Tanner went by Hendrick late in the race on 4 tires and stole the win. Now, for people watching the stream, I will be streaming on Twitch later tonight for an F1 league that I'm going to be doing at 11. So,
I mean, what a
Twitch is the same
dad,
thing.
Small.
So
Good man.
have to do some advertising, but yeah, the league is
El
owned by
promo,
Orange.
El
I'm an
promo.
admin in it, but that's
El
at
promo, are you
11.
serious?
My Twitch
El
is
promo,
the
El
s-
promo.
Shut up. My Twitch is the same as my YouTube, so you can go and look at me over there.
Small, do you get viewers?
Yeah, like 3.
Yeah. I mean, I get
No,
like I get like
no,
one
check
I get
out
like
the
one or two.
OnlyFans.
I get like one or two right now. But I'm just saying, like, just in case I get more.
Biggest fan is
Because
Shake
not
Scarborough.
necessarily will people
I
watch
didn't
it
mean to hit you there,
live
Dizzy.
as we have a
Just
battle,
took a
but
different-
people
way
don't
different-
necessarily
we
watch
took
it
a way different corner
live.
there,
But
I'm sorry.
like at Talladega, the stream got 14 views, but there was only like 2 people that actually watched the stream, like live. It's just like after it got views, so it got like up to
Yeah.
14. So I'm just saying this for like people that watch it later tonight or tomorrow or something. Yeah.
Lock in chat.
As that was happening, there was a battle for the lead. Hendrick made a mistake, drove it
There's
in
a
too
battle
deep,
for
but he
fifth.
got the lead.
You're 2 laps down. What do you mean?
Shut up, bro.
Let's check this. Let's
don't need
check
to
this
know
so-called battle for 5th. Two Dog claims it's a battle for 5th. More like a battle of 5 laps down for 5th place.
9 this
JJ
time?
Yelly versus Chase Elliott. Here we go, boys.
Hendrick is in this
Mason
time.
versus
I'm not
Christopher
gonna.
Bell.
No. Oh, Dizzy is.
Okay.
Hendrick
I
said
got
9 this
scared. I
time, and then decided not to.
Well, I got scared.
Well, Dizzy said, "Nah, I'm going."
Genuinely, no. This is gonna hurt me more than him. This is gonna hurt me more than him.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm gonna sputter into it, which I didn't want to do. That's why I said that. But I was worried.
If you sputter in 3 and 4, you're not gonna because you're gonna be basically slowing down a second later. So Hendrick might be sputtering. You can probably hear in the throttle if he does sputter.
2 dog.
He's in this time. Oh, he had to
Aerotech.
hesitate for a second. He still made it in the pits.
I was actually just really worried that Dizzy didn't hear it, and I didn't want to ruin his race over that.
Again, you saw on entry, Hendrick had to hesitate there, going a little too fast, so he had to. Thankfully, no commitment.
Yeah, Hendrick.
no commitment
By the
line
way, I did
violation.
not hear you
so,
because on accident I had you muted somehow before this race. So yeah, I did not hear you.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
Yeah,
See,
you're
that's what I didn't like. I saw you run the bottom behind me, and I got scared. I wanted to pit that lap, but I wasn't.
Yeah,
wasn't
I
gonna
didn't
risk
hear
it.
you.
Hendrick's gonna have
yeah,
one lap pressure
No, it's fine.
time.
I didn't wanna
How
risk it. I'm
much
fine with
time
this. I
will
didn't sputter
he
too much.
lose? This is going to be a very interesting way ways to see how it plays out. We haven't
gonna be
had
annoying if I
many of
lost the
these
race.
this
Jesus
season.
Christ.
Who's leading right now?
That
About
would
to be orange.
67.
Yeah, orange.
Orange
Shut
is in the
up, dog.
lead. He's the 3 car that just pulled by, but here is Hendrick and Dizzy, and Hines is there. Hines is in second right now on the lead. On the
I
lead
don't
lap.
wanna block
These
you too
two are
much.
the provisional leaders once everything gets cycled out. So this is Orange's
Orange,
third
here's a
lap.
chance to wreck.
Or is this Orange's third lap, lad?
Yes,
Oh, shit.
wreck,
Oh,
please,
internet's kinda
wreck,
moving.
wreck.
We got him.
Wreck,
We got him in the
crash,
front pack.
yes.
Orange in the black 3 car, like a throwback to kind of Dale Earnhardt 3 wide.
Come on,
Orange
Orange.
got forced in the
Hold
wall.
him
They're
off.
making contact.
Right.
All
That was
right,
the
that's a
leader
penalty.
in
That's
that.
a penalty. That's a
right.
penalty.
Yeah, but necessary roughness on Hendrick.
Yep.
No, I'm
That's
sorry. I saw
And Cody,
I mean, it's
DQ
fine.
both of them.
I'm
Orange is the
trust
winner.
me, I was not finishing it first in any scenario.
Orange is the
I know,
winner.
it's just-
Top 2 gets
Please,
DQ'd.
wreck.
No, that was just some good old fashioned if gap hole
Somebody
right
flying to
there.
the grandstands.
Yeah,
It
Hendrick couldn't.
sucks
Me and
'cause
Orange
my car-
tried.
Like, it sucks because my car feels like great. It's just my pit stops took me out of draft early, and I just
Did you guys take 2?
no. I mean,
Oh.
Hines just
They did a very big undercut.
Yeah,
'cause
very
Hines was
massive
a massive
undercut. Like
so I had to
a
follow suit.
Low
15
kick
to
for
20
fade.
lap undercut. Something like that.
15 to 20 lap undercut.
Is
Yeah,
that
I mean,
even legal? on
Hines just
any lap?
randomly did that shit, so I was like, well, fuck, I guess I gotta do it too, or I'm gonna.
I
lose
mean, I was ahead for a sec, but it failed.
How many laps did you lead then, Orange?
Oh, wait,
Orange led
I
like
led
2
my lap.
laps. Yeah, Orange led like 2
Orange
laps.
gets 5
Oh, wait,
bonus
I only led
points.
one.
Orange has been
Oh shit.
Orange hasn't led much this season. He's led like 5 laps at a time every couple races.
I guess
but,
it was worth doing the undercut then.
But yeah, Orange
was.
probably on pace to getting somewhere close to 100 laps led this season, which isn't much. I think it's more like 50 laps led this season. Talking about 50 laps led this season, I'm pretty sure Hendrick,
Actually,
last
just
time
realized,
I checked, was
I
50 laps
I
led.
low-key made like a big mistake. I didn't adjust my
What's
way
my
from
lap sled
stop.
been?
So I'm like still on a long run car.
Last time I checked, you were at like 150. You had it by a mile, but that was also because you led like 80 laps at Martinsville. It was between you
That's
and
a
Boom.
lot of laps.
It was between you and Boom, and then you led 80 laps at Martinsville, and you just pulled away. And then you
I also led a lot of laps at Darlington as well.
you've led the most laps in like, you led, what was it, 77 laps
The
at Martinsville.
streak ends today, sadly.
You've led the most laps
gotta speed on
in
the
like
pit
the
road.
last 5 races, I think, or 6 races.
Anything.
So, yeah. Hedrick starting to pull
I think
away.
it's been ever since after Texas.
Yeah. No, Martinsville. Yeah, it's been.
No, I'm
from
saying after Texas is when I started.
You led the most
But
laps. at
I
Texas.
really don't think I led that many laps at Talladega, though.
I mean, I haven't done the laps led yet, but I'm pretty sure you did.
That was an unreasonable 3 and 4. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah. Alright, we saw this last one. This one obviously a lot shorter, but Hendrick at the kind of middle to start of last run, we saw him start to pull away, but then Dizzy was able to work back. The gap has extended more now compared to what it was last run. At this point, Tudor going another lap down, just to add on the pain and misery of what has been a pretty just race. Tudor
Man,
running.
this wouldn't have been an amazing strategy if I was up with the leaders. God damn it.
How many seconds
Oh,
back are you?
I was on the lead lap still.
many
Maybe you
seconds
shouldn't
off
have
the lead
died
are
in the
you?
beginning of the race.
It was like as soon as I lost draft, I couldn't catch back up, and yeah.
How many laps are left?
Like 3. Coming to the line.
3 to go.
Yep, 3 to go right now.
3 to go. Hendrick is looking for his first win since Martinsville. Martinsville, a lot of people would say he did not deserve the win. Hendrick would say himself he did not deserve
I
the
deserve
win.
to win. I
Hines
deserve to win.
sputtered off the final corner. They both saved, I want to say 15 laps to steal Zach's win, and it was a photo finish, the closest finish we've ever had in the league, and Hendrick
Unbelievable.
snagged it, barely. The last race that Hendrick led the most laps in was Chicago, the race before that. He barely
Hines,
led
I'm
it over
gaining on
Dizzy.
you right now.
He led it by 1 more over Dizzy.
I'm kind of
We are
trolling right
coming
now.
to 1 to go this time. Hendrick has not seen victory lane in a while. He got win number 10 at Martinsville. We didn't really get to give a call because it was a photo finish. Off the final corner, up to the line, white flag in the air, 1 to go from Charlotte. Hendrick had a solid race here last season. It did not play out everywhere. He lost points in the championship. That was one of the races you could point to that lost him the championship last season. Now, he's half a lap away from his 3rd win in the season, his
What's the fastest
11th
lap?
career win in the league. And he's looking to have a huge payday in the points. Off turn 4, Hendrick's gonna cut the track to win his 11th career race at Charlotte and his 3rd on the season. That's a huge swing in the championship.
Pit crew, man.
Damn it, I would have won the race if I
sucks.
didn't speed too. Fuck.
That was a good race.
Why did my pit crew give me a 16-4 to lose
Hendrick
draft?
pulled out the
Can't
speed
believe it.
late, was able to
I would
use
have won
the
by strategy,
fresher
by the way,
tires.
not because of speed.
and
Well,
won.
I mean, could have been because of speed, but the strategy, I would have been
This
ahead.
is
Anyway,
unbelievable, man.
Yeah, you would have theoretically been like 9/10 ahead, so that would have been interesting to see how it played out.
I would have, yeah. I would have been like a second ahead.
Alright, can I
the
get
line.
results
It's been
so I
interesting
can...
how it played out.
Yeah.
But
Field gets inverted. Actually, Freddy's the real winner.
I agree.
Yeah, because I lost 15 seconds
you gotta
from
back out,
the
buddy.
penalty,
Shut
so
your ass down.
and it was 14 seconds, like 14 or whatever, 14.1
Yeah,
at the
but
line.
you also have to add in the fact that like you also just have to like kind of add in a couple more variables. So it would have been a battle. I wouldn't say you would have won, but it would have been battle.
Well, no, I'm saying
Oh,
because
they won the
I
race.
did 2 tires. That's why.
Car
3
actually
tenths
won
off
the
a
race
lap.
for once.
Yeah, but Hendrick would have been pushing more, probably.
Yeah. Well, he was pushing it away from Dizzy though, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was.
I had no drive.
Yeah, but he
race.
also had like a sustainable gap with like
which I'm
4.
kind of glad that helped.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was really hard to pull Dizzy. Like obviously, but
Yeah.
Dizzy
actually, like,
gets
the best race I've
another
ran in a long
P2.
time. I like
That is his
I
third
unironically-
second place
Average finish
finish.
to second is crazy.
His average finish of second stays.
I mean,
When is
I'll
Dizzy
take
gonna
a
win?
beat.
Bro is Sheldon
Take a
Creed.
P3 all day.
I don't know who made that setup, but damn, that setup's good.
I know you're trying to send me that setup, man.
I'll be live on Twitch in a bit, so.